So which do you think is easier? Getting a motorcycle to go quickly or getting a motorcycle to stop quickly? Or in other words, which do you think is more difficult for a beginner motorcycle rider? Getting a motorcycle to go or getting a motorcycle to stop? In this video, I'm going to answer that very question. I'll give examples using my own ride footage, and later I'll show you what happens if you have to stop quickly. And I'll go through what I did and what you should do if it happens to you. There's a saying, something along the lines of, any idiot can ride a motorcycle fast, but okay, so I forget the rest of it, but you get the idea, right? So pretty much you got two sides to riding a motorcycle, getting the thing to go and getting the thing to stop. And I reckon it's getting a motorcycle to stop, which is the harder out of those two. If you disagree, let rip in the comments. I'll be eager to see what you think and what your reasoning is. I reckon it's getting a motorcycle to stop, which is the harder out of those two. And the folks who decide what goes in the beginner rider courses seem to think the same too. It's why they tell you things like use all four fingers to pull the levers in, pull the clutch in when braking, and pull it in all the way when using it, etc, etc. They tell you these things even though it sets you up for issues pretty much as soon as you finish the course and get your license and get out on the open road. But there's a reason for that, and that's a whole other topic for a whole nother video. But basically, they don't want you to take a slam, and they don't want their bikes to get smashed up either. So they're trying to simplify it in a way that works for big numbers or the average person, and it is what it is. And like I said, we could talk about that for hours, but yeah, they're trying to stop you from grabbing a whole load of front brake, washing out the front wheel, slamming onto the tarmac, scratching yourself up, scratching up the bike, not enjoying yourself. They want you to have a good time on your learner course so that you fall in love with motorcycle riding and get out there and enjoy one of life's great pleasures, riding a motorcycle on the open road. So on your learner course, they'll stick you on one of these bad boys or something similar, basically low power, low risk, and most importantly, not much stopping power, which is fine when you're starting out. Warning, this clip is not slowed down. It felt super fast at the time, so don't laugh, okay? Things like using all four fingers and pulling the clutch in straight away when you're trying to slow a motorcycle down are all well and good when you're cruising around at super low speeds. But as soon as you get out onto the open roads and start going a little faster, quickly, they just don't cut it anymore. And what happens when you're going a lot faster and then something like this happens? We'll get to that in just a sec, but first, okay, so what's a good drill to do in preparation for your beginner course, or to do after you've done your beginner course, or if you're just trying to learn to ride a motorcycle for the first time, or in other words, when you're just starting riding?
Thinking, okay, what next? I should probably practice stopping. You know, I'd just find something like a shadow on the ground like this. I'd probably be in first, make it easy for myself, so I'd find a shadow on the ground. I go, okay, I gotta stop in that shadow. There we go. Bit freaky at first.
What about out on the main roads though? Let's jump into some clips from my ride footage, and I'll give you some examples of what I do as a stopping procedure. Okay, so my braking procedure is basically when I know I'm gonna have to stop because I can see a red light or traffic building up or an obstacle or a danger or something along those lines. Basically, the first thing I do is roll off the throttle. That just means that, in short, you roll the throttle on by rolling your hand or your knuckles towards you, which opens up the throttle and gives gas to the bike and makes it want to go forward. And when you're rolling off, you're basically pushing your knuckles away from you, which is closing the throttle. In other words, rolling it off. In short, instead of the engine making you accelerate, it's going to make you decelerate because of engine braking. So you roll off. That introduces engine braking, and then you also have to start, or you should start, using the bike's brakes. You've got front and rear. Most bikes, it's normally the front brake that does most of the work, and you can mix in a bit of rear brake. Some bikes do that automatically, but yeah, just to be safe, you can do it yourself with your foot. Also, you might have to work your way down through the gears. So let's see how I do coming up to this set of red lights, and we'll work through what I do. So you're doing your mirrors and head checks combo just to know about your surroundings, what's behind you, that kind of thing, because you've got to know what's in front, behind, either side. Super important as a motorcycle rider. So doing my checks. Okay, rolling off. So you can see the speed starts to drop. And then once I get towards 15 kilometers an hour or so, I pull in the clutch, or I start to pull in the clutch slowly, and you come to a nice gentle stop. You can see that I've left that buffer zone from the car in front. I've also positioned myself slightly to the right, so I've got my escape routes out of there, left and right, so that if someone does come up behind me and they haven't seen me or they don't look like they're going to stop, I can escape either side of the vehicle in front. I covered that a lot in the video, what you should do when you're stopped, or the dangers that most riders don't see. I cover that kind of stuff a lot in that video. Basically, got the bike to stop doing my procedures, and then waiting, checking my surroundings, and then the lights go green and we're all good to roll off. So back up through the gears, matching the speed of traffic, checking my surroundings. So I'll just go through that stopping procedure again, using another clip just so it's nice and clear. So let's look at that clip right now. So I'm cruising along, pretty much doing the speed limit of this road, and then all of a sudden the lights change. So then I've got to go through my stopping procedure. So you can see straight away, roll off, then I start to introduce a bit of front brake, gradually squeezing. Then I've also got to work my way down through the gears and position myself and come to a nice stop. And I've also got my positioning so that I'm off to the right hand side of the lane with that good positioning, got that buffer zone from the car in front, left and right escape, position to the right hand side of the lane, and basically in front of that brake light so that the driver in front can see me. I can also tap my rear brake so the car's behind, it gets their attention. That's a good trick. And then checking my surroundings. And then we're just waiting for the lights to go green. But we're always being aware of what's in front and behind. And then off we go. So that's pretty mellow. That was just coming to a stop where you kind of know it's coming. If you're doing one of these rides through the city, it's basically stop, start, intersection after intersection, red light after red light. So you kind of know it's coming. But what happens if you don't know it's coming? So I'm cruising along, pretty much doing the speed limit of this road, and then all of a sudden the lights change. So then I've got to go through my stopping procedure. So you can see straight away, roll off, then I start to introduce a bit of front brake, gradually squeezing. Then I've also got to work my way down through the gears and position myself and come to a nice stop. And I've also got my positioning so that I'm off to the right hand side of the lane. Let's take a second look so we can slow it down a bit. So first thing, okay, saw the signs for the lights, checking my speed, that's my speed, so I'm going pretty quick. Check my mirrors as I always do, and then the lights change, and then all of a sudden I'm like, right, I've got to work through this, okay? So throttle off, then start smooth braking using the front brake, then start to bring the clutch in so I can work down through the gears. And I'm also doing a right left combo that they taught me on my riding course to work down through the gears. So you're tapping your left foot for the gear, then your right foot for the rear brake. And what that does, it teaches you with that kind of left right pattern to introduce a bit of rear brake whilst you're working down through the gears. It's a good way to kind of get that into your muscle memory. And then we're finishing off the stopping procedure by coming to a nice smooth stop in first gear. I'll run that back again just so we can go through it. So once you start your smooth front brake, the next thing is you want to start working down through the gears, okay? So you've used that engine braking, you've used your heavy braking with the front brake, and then towards the end, you want to start trying to get it so that you're in the right gear, and you also want to be introducing a bit of rear brake too. So nice and smooth on the clutch, and then what we're doing is checking our mirrors if we get a chance, but then we're going to work down through the gears. So going down the fourth, then a bit of rear brake, third, rear brake, second, rear brake. Then we're in first gear, then we move across at the end, and then we can come to a nice slow stop by easing off the front brake. You can use a bit of rear brake to help you come to a stop, putting your feet down, getting across to the right hand side, checking your mirrors. We're also in the ready position, so our right foot is up on the peg and our left foot is down on the ground. That way if we need to go, we're in first gear, we can release the clutch, get the throttle on and go. I hope that explained it nice and clearly and in some good detail. If I missed anything or you think I got something wrong, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Always up for answering questions and open for discussion. So you successfully managed to stop your motorcycle at the red lights. Now it's time to chill and look cool. No, not quite. This is actually one of the times when you're most vulnerable on a motorcycle. You're a sitting duck. You need to be checking for danger and be ready to move ASAP if needed. I covered that in this video here. If it's not up yet, hit subscribe so you don't miss it when it drops. Stay safe, keep enjoying your riding. If you're looking to get into it, good luck with that. I got plenty of videos on how to get started and that kind of thing. And thanks for watching till the end. Ride smart, ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.